Hello and welcome to Weekly Weird News, brought to you by Cutting the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben, and as always I'm hanging out with Mike.
Hello.
Claire.
Hey.
And Pete.
Hey.
And today we're going to discuss the weird shit we found on the internet this week. We'll get one returning guest to a previous article. We'll also point out the Ukrainian-Russian war is still raging as we speak. Yeah. We haven't been called up yet.
Mm-hmm. Yet.
But yeah, you know when it does. I was thinking because of my maybe civic standing, I might get given a commission.
You'd love that.
Because you know they used to give them out in the World
Admiral
War.
of Fleet.
No, just like a lieutenant or something. You know, just not with the grunts.
I ain't taking orders from you.
You're gonna have to. You're a Batman.
No chance.
You're on my Baldrick. You are.
You have to shoot me.
Fair enough. Turn up in double decker on your first day. We'll arrange it. Now, do you remember Greg Locke, the guy who organised the book burnings?
Yes.
The other week. He claims a devil told him about 6 witches in his church and another who leads worship at a Nashville mega church. This man's clearly fucking insane. He's believing in witches now. This past Sunday, Global Vision Bible Church pastor Greg Locke continued his sermon series, Desperate for Deliverance, claiming a devil inside a woman's body has identified 6 witches who's infiltrated his congregation. Locke also claimed that this devil told him about a lead vocalist at a mega church in the Nashville area, someone who Locke claims is a head witch.
So it's his rival church, basically.
Yeah.
But another 6 have infiltrated his church. What are we going to do? We're going to bring back the ducking stool, for fuck's sake. If they float, they're Satanists, they're witches. If they sink, they'll be good Christian women. We'll give them a good Christian burial.
That's what they want, isn't it?
Sounds like bollocks to me.
He's burning books and trying to seek out witches, Mike. I think he's a fucking lunatic.
I'm talking to the devil.
3 weeks ago, Locke told his congregation that children with autism are demonised because there's no such diagnosis in the Bible.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Earlier this month, the church also held a mass burning of demonic literature and media, such as Harry Potter novels, an event that brought out Homeland Security. Preaching from Mark 5, Locke told those in attendance on Sunday, I know I say this a lot, but I love you enough to be misunderstood if I have to be. So far, I know I've some encounters to go, and we have some witches to confront. Unbelievable voices of anger, rage, perversity, screaming, pain, healing, nausea. Every bit of what I've seen for days has all come out of believers, not lost people. That's not from Mark 5. Mark then sarcastically implied that people who vote for the Democrats are influenced by demons, and that may be a possibility. I think I've got both sides of it in America. Yeah, there you go. Greg Locke thinks there's witches in his congregation infiltrating him.
Oh, he's just another one of these Bible
I just think he's full of
people,
shit.
isn't he?
Yeah.
That hypes it up
That's
and,
it.
and
Yeah,
That's a bit of drama.
But where
doesn't
does it end?
drama on a Sunday.
What if he gets enough fucking whackpots behind him who decide, you know what, there are witches in our congregation and we should fucking burn somebody?
Yeah.
But there's nothing more flammable than, well, apart from gunpowder, than religious fervour.
I thought you were going to say there's nothing more flammable than people.
Depends how fat they are.
Well, yeah.
It's what to do with the body fat content. Yeah, some Americans have got up like a fucking Roman candle, mate.
Most.
Some. We've got some very nice slim American listeners, I'm sure. And some plumper ones. Who knows? I'm plump, I can't talk. Husky is what I class myself as. A husky.
I'm festively plump. All year round.
There's always a festival, Mike. There's always a festival. Right, Greg Locke's a lunatic.
Yeah, fuck him.
This is about the Angel of Mons.
Some more fake news.
Some more religious news.
Some kind of lightning shooting from the sky. Ukrainians tell stories of divine intervention from the battlefield.
This is from CBN, by the way. That's an American broadcaster, isn't it?
Yeah. That's CBS, isn't it?
I don't know what the fuck CBN is. That was Christian news.
It's
Christian news. Well, it made me laugh.
Gold.
It made me laugh.
Christian broadcast news, I'm guessing.
Yeah, more than likely. Well, here's what Christian broadcast news are saying about the war in the Ukraine.
It's obviously fake though, but I'll read it. Are Ukrainians receiving some heavenly help in the fight against their Russian invaders?
No.
Stories of divine intervention are being told that sound a lot like accounts in the Bible, including a pillar of fire at night and confused Russian troops. In this week's episode of CBN News, The Global Lane, CBN Ukraine director explains that although his fellow countrymen,
Konstantin Litvinenko,
there you go, are showing incredible strength and resiliency in the war with Russia, they're also experiencing some divine intervention.
Wow.
Litvinenko said one man shared with him the story of his son who's serving in the Ukrainian army. He said the man told him on one dark night the soldiers were holding their positions and discovered there were a lot of Russian Federation tanks and other mobile units coming directly at them. It appeared the soldiers would have trouble defending themselves. The son picked up his phone and called his father. "Hey Dad, you have to pray right now, we're in a situation," Litvinenko said. So the father called other members of their church and asked them to start praying. Later the son called his father back. He said, "There's some miracle that happened. It looked like an attack from a spaceship. There was some kind of lightning shooting from the sky." Aliens involved now.
Yeah.
And sparks were spreading everywhere. In the morning, the Ukrainian troops discovered the Russian tanks and other mobile units had been destroyed. All of those soldiers thought maybe it had been done by some kind of weapon we didn't know about. Litvinenko said it was just God's intervention.
I have seen footage this week of apparently like live feed from CCTV in Ukraine of UFOs over Kiev and
Well,
places like that.
in all fairness, UFOs are drawn to conflict. That is a fact. They are seen more over battle zones, over war zones.
Makes you wonder whether
Because there's a lot of, there's things flying over, so
Yeah, but
there's more shit for people to go, oh, it could be UFOs.
Well, no, because there's a difference. If you're a civilian living in that environment, you very quickly learn to tell what's a Russian fighter bomber and what's
but
something that you
NATO's
should.
coming in a little bit early. It's got to come in some sort of like UFO looking like.
We're not sending a fleet of secret NATO UFOs in just yet, Claire.
Aren't we?
No, not just yet.
We have already. They've put one tester out there.
Well, let's just put it this way, I believe the UFO story over God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously. It's like with the Angel of Mons. I know that's fake, but I love that story. That's fucking sweet as hell. Big fucking angel with a flaming sword turns up and slaughters a shit ton of Germans. The Brits can escape. It's mint. Not because it's killing Germans, it's just mint full stop. And this is similar, it's like...
Well, that
fucking...
makes it more sweeter.
I didn't say nothing about that, Mike. We've got a German listener.
Killing Nazis. Not killing
No, this was
Germans.
the First World War, they weren't Nazis.
Alright, well, whatever they were then. Fascists.
Imperial Germany.
Fascists.
Yeah, just Imperial Germany. They're not fascist yet.
The naughty Germans.
Less naughty. I don't know, I like it. It's cool. It could be, or is it UFOs? As we said, a lot of UFOs thing in wartime. We did a full episode on it.
Was it Thor?
Thor's also a possibility.
Or is it just bullshit propaganda, which I'm going
The
for?
Avengers are finally stepping up.
Well, at least the Avengers are stepping in where NATO isn't.
I'm
Yeah.
going for bullshit propaganda or
Thor.
NATO dressed up as aliens.
We're gonna, you've got this highly developed F-22 stealth Raptor fighter. What we're going to do is put this big inflatable ring around it so it looks like a UFO.
Oh, shit. Actually quite a good idea.
Well, that's what they did for D-Day, isn't it? They just got a load of inflatable tanks and stuck them near Dover and said, there you go, that's the invasion force right there, look at that.
Double D-Day.
Genius.
Hey, double D-Day, so it was a bonus. There you go, alright, well, it's bollocks, isn't it? But I liked it, it's weird. It fits in with the show. There we go. Stand by it. Even if it isn't the Christian Broadcast Network.
A neighbour leaves creepy mannequin staring at the next door in a petty row.
I think this is quite funny.
So the
actually.
neighbours have complained that his window is invading their privacy. Simon Cook applied for planning permission to build a roof extension with dormer and Velux windows on both sides in 2019, the court heard. Wandsworth approved the application in February 2020, but the council says that one of the dormer windows should be non-opening and have obscured glass to protect the neighbour's privacy.
That makes sense, I guess, doesn't it?
Yeah, if you've got, one looking at someone else's house, like, you know, bedrooms and such at that sort of, you know, height. Yeah, it should be
It's only
obscured.
fair.
Yeah. Council planning officers did not consider the condition necessary for the Velux window because it faces the sky. But Simon's neighbour Rosie and Christopher Taylor Davis claim the window directly overlooks their bed.
Well, maybe you just embrace that.
Embrace it.
Embrace it.
Give them a show.
Yeah, embrace it.
Oh, they'd soon get it.
They've not got
It's
curtains.
Oh, they don't have to live in darkness.
It's only their bedroom.
I think they should just fucking embrace it. You know, you want to see it?
They actually said
Bring it
that they're having to live in darkness with the curtains closed to avoid being watched day and night.
No. As if anyone's that fucking
Right,
interested in what Rosie and Chris Taylor Davis are doing every fucking day.
So the couple that have lived in their home near Richmond Park for 27 years said Simon's window even looks into their shower.
Oh, well, surely they've got frosted glass there. Every bathroom's got frosted glass, hasn't it? What's the point? It's you just step out the shower into the full view of the neighbourhood. I think these two are exhibitionists. I think this is a boy crying wolf too often. Methinks they doth protest too much.
I say fair play to him with this old mannequin, you know. I'd probably put 3 up.
Yeah. I'd probably have them doing different things as well.
Yeah, I'd have one of them ones with the big open mouths. You
Yeah.
know, like, ooh.
Yeah, you'd have one with it, like, you put
Proper
one.
sex doll
one
ones
standing on its
from
hands,
Buffett.
like-
Yeah, you have some
Like-
feet in the air one day,
Yeah.
wouldn't you? Or you put a wig on it, a different coloured wig, put some glasses on it, do the makeup. You know, you'd fuck with him a little bit, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Or with a fag in, holding a
Fag in its mouth. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe a bottle of whiskey left on the side that you sneak up from time to time and tip some out of now and again to make it look as if it's going down. Yeah, really fuck with them with it. Go with it.
I would.
Yeah, me too.
Well, the case continues, but the mannequin stays.
So what the fuck do you think I want to see you fuckers naked, you daft cunts?
And if you're complaining about a mannequin, then what the fuck? It's a mannequin.
It's an animate object. It
It's
can't
not
see.
looking at you.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
And you know what? And if it's someone you do see someone looking at, fucking embrace it. Just fucking bang there and then. Why not?
Start flashing at the mannequin.
They'll soon fucking obscure the window.
Yeah, live and let live.
Free love, man.
Try and jizz on it from your window.
You know what? When I was 15, maybe.
Yeah, now it just dribbles out.
No, it's not too bad.
How do you know, Mike?
Yeah, how do you
I know
know?
myself.
Oh, just because you're 40, mate, I'm not.
Yeah.
So that happens when I hit 40, is it?
Yeah.
I don't get a spurt.
When you hit 60, it's just dust.
That's not getting hit in the face by sand. Next one. Roman ghosts to rise from the dead as they're dug up for new railway expert, I'm going to put air quotes, expert claims. Right, the amount of shit we've talked about aliens, right? Can I be considered an alien expert yet in terms of this? In terms of the low standard being set for this level of expertcy?
Well, yeah, anybody can.
Fantastic, I'm now an alien expert, listeners. You heard it here first. Probably be on the History Channel in a couple of weeks. Ben Carter cut the butt on the PTA podcast. Of course they met Eisenhower, of course they did. Look how far we've come.
No, I agreed your Daily Star level, mate. That's all you're getting.
That's about the same as Ancient Aliens, to be fair.
There you got a point.
A ghost hunters claim that Roman ghouls may rise from the dead from the digging for the HS2 railway. The claim comes after a digging team found remains of 40 decapitated Romans.
Ooh.
Well, they could be Romans, could be Celts.
No, I guess they're buried with stuff that they've...
Maybe.
That would just
Roman
top
stuff.
2022 off, wouldn't it?
Well, we get invaded by an army of Roman ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Dead.
the Russians come one way, the Roman ghosts come the other. We find out they've been in collusion all along. Twats. Roman ghouls could rise from the dead, sparked by the digging for the HS2 railway, Ghost Hunter claims. Workers on the £100 billion line have already encountered sliced off heads and decapitated remains during Britain's biggest ever archaeological project.
That's just the workers.
But Mickey York fears they face the wrath of ghosts that don't want to be disturbed on the route which was once a Roman settlement. He said, and I'm going to quote him, "With the building of the HS2 network, the tracks will go through land where bodies are buried and not necessarily known to all involved. If this is the case, then the spirits of the deceased could be woken or disrupted and would not be too happy." Well, neither would I if I'd been woken up after a couple of thousand years.
No.
I love the picture. A ghost with a legionary helm, the white sheet ghost who just still goes with the two eye holes, white sheet with a legionary helm. That is, you know what? I'm terrified.
That could be one of the best memes I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's not a meme.
In all fairness, Pete, you haven't seen many.
It could be though. I mean, like that could be a potential meme, couldn't it?
Meme it.
I don't know.
You meme it.
Yeah, meme it. Meme that shit. The digging team recently found remains of 40 decapitated Romans at Fleet Marston near Aylesbury in Buckinghamshire. Some of these skeletons were buried with their heads placed between their legs or next to their feet, and there are more than 100 sites along the HS2 line which have seen so far 70,000 bodies located to new resting places.
Bloody hell.
Now, Mickey says that ghosts reveal their fury at being disturbed with atmospheric changes and unexplained phenomenon,
Of course they do.
and added that in old, reportedly haunting buildings, any building work often sees the amount of spirit activity increase.
Of course it does.
That's due to the spirits not being happy with the changes that are taking place, and it's the same with the bodies of the dead. He's still going on, hang on, I keep quoting Mickey. Different religions have different traditions when it comes to the way in which their dead are buried and also how they're kept. Any disruption of the land where the bodies are buried could lead to an increase of strange activity in that area. Atmospheric changes in the close area are more likely to happen rather than Julius Caesar and his Romans being seen. Well, that's shocking. So we're not going to see Caesar head of a Roman legion.
Complete misleading headline.
It is. Disgusting. Although we could see an increase in activity from naughty Roman ghosts.
When you said different religions have different traditions, I sort of went off on a rapping vibe.
Different religions have different traditions.
Yeah, and didn't hear the rest of what you were saying.
Sorry. Coming soon, my career in hip hop.
Mixing a bit of history.
Yeah.
Oh, please God, no. Oh, fuck.
So what do you reckon? A Roman ghost going to rise from the grave angrily to disturb our atmospheric integrity?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a monkey's uncle.
Nice to meet you, Tarzan.
Bollocks. Claire.
Yeah, it's bollocks. Don't believe in the undead. Don't really believe in ghosts.
Nah. When one turns up and says, "Alright, Ben, you got a cigarette I can crash," then I'll go for it. Until then.
Okay, moving on.
Yay, from ghosts to this.
Police crack down on doggers plaguing the family-friendly forest home with Winnie the Pooh.
I've got to point out that to any foreign listeners who aren't familiar with dogging, or the term of doggers, for people who participate in dogging, the noun is, I guess, is the doggers.
Mm-hmm.
Verb is dogging. That's being grammatically correct. Yeah, basically dogging is where you go out in a car.
Watching somebody else.
You go out in a car to a remote spot and you have sex in that car with your partner of choice. And if you leave your lights on, interior lights on, people can watch. If you turn them off, then they can still watch, but they can't masturbate or something like that.
You seem to know the etiquette quite well, don't you?
Yeah, that's the thing. Lots of people meet up in cars. They all film each other having sex. They jack off.
Yeah.
Yes, Mike, I know the terms because, I haven't been dogging, but I just know the terms.
He's been doing extensive research.
He's been walking his dog when he was dogging.
I do know where some of the sites are in Telford. There are a few.
You ain't going at the right time of night.
No, it's just that, you just know these things. You find these things out as an informed person.
Doing extensive research.
You find these things out.
Yeah.
I'm privy to several sources that you mere mortals are not.
They're meant to do it down the edge, aren't they?
Yeah, they do that. Yeah. So they go, well, there's one.
Well, I know where I'm going on my way home tonight.
Well, anyway, police cracked down on doggers plaguing the family-friendly forest home of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh no, not Winnie the Pooh.
Minnie the Pooh?
Not Winnie the Pooh. Minnie the Pooh. I don't care. Whatever.
Doggers, cars, Minnie.
Ah.
Shit.
Yeah, it was. Unless you're going to remove the crown from the king of puns for the week and you just place it on the side over here. You can sit vacant for a while.
One of England's most idyllic stretches of woodland has been so dogged by the behaviour of doggers that police have had to issue a warning. Ashdown Forest in East Sussex is known the world over for being the inspiration for A.A. Milne's 100 Acres Wood in the Winnie the Pooh stories. As a result, hundreds of families visit the spot each year, hoping to walk through the scenery associated with the books and films.
This is
If you
Juice
go into
Johnny's.
the woods today, you'll have a big surprise.
There's a man jacking off for the my transit van. His dick's out of his flies.
Police have now urged people engaging in acts of sexual nature not to visit the Sussex beauty spot.
Well, it does come to something when you're going to say to people, please don't have sex in this area where children are remote.
Where else are we going to go then?
That's it. There's too many kids nowadays.
Yeah, you don't want to invite every Tom, Dick and Harry round, do you?
You want to go dogging, you've got to make full use of the technology available, haven't you?
Just set up a Zoom dogging.
I bet they did during COVID. There was Zoom dogging. I bet there's Zoom dogging going on right now.
Yeah, that will
As we
be
speak,
going on.
as we record
That's
this.
called
Isn't it just
that's
called
camera
Babe
work,
Station?
isn't it? Yeah.
Isn't it just called Babe Station?
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah. Pretty much. Well, I'm sure Tigger's loving it. He was always bouncy, wasn't he? Even he was cracking a smile.
He liked jumping on a bit of tail, didn't he?
Oh, Tigger definitely did. He was just like, oh man, I'm so miserable. And he just looks over and there's like just people having sex. He's like, oh yeah.
I bet Piglet's a cock goblin.
Oh, Piglet's probably like the fucking... Oh, what they call it? He's just a gimp. Piglet is. You know that. He's a gimp.
Poor little piglet.
He's a twink. That's what Piglet is. That's the name. He's a twink. A slightly built homosexual man, Piglet. He's a twink. Pooh's a bear, obviously. Big hairy dude.
Yep. He's always got his bottom bare, hasn't
He has. Always got his arse out. Maybe he's a power bottom. That's a podcast for another time, then.
Oh dear.
And finally, Pete.
So, a woman in a relationship with a toy plane says he's the best partner she's ever had.
What?
I'm going to dispute this if she wants to message me.
She's actually really quite
I think we've had this news before,
Have we?
good.
A long time ago, maybe. I'm not sure.
What was the date on it?
No, it's a new... might be a new update.
Yeah, January 2022. So, a woman from Budapest has found love with a toy plane and she says he is her soulmate. Sandra first bought the toy, which she calls Le Fanx.
Le Fanx.
Le Fanx.
I think it must be another one then. I'm sure we've had someone in love with a plane before.
Yeah, so she bought it in January 2022, so a couple of months ago, for £600. And the union was to start, started their romance. Okay. So the 28-year-old says she's falling in love first time in her life and share a bed with a jet every night. Alright, let's just explain this, right? So this jet, it is pretty big.
It is
Better
good.
and beater, isn't it? It's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be about 4 foot, hasn't it?
She's obviously got a really wide fanny.
I think she's just rubbing herself against it, to be fair.
It's phallic shaped, isn't it?
I don't know, you never know.
Depends if she's using it nose first, doesn't it?
I'd imagine so. You
I
don't want to put the tail up there,
I
would
thought
you?
she was going to be spooning it. Getting the tail between her lips.
In a mud flaps.
Yeah. Or whatever. It would have to be an arse, wouldn't they? Between her lips.
The mud flaps, wasn't it?
Oh, the flaps. Yeah, get the tail flap.
Do you remember the conversation a few weeks ago?
No. No, I'm always really wasted when we get to this point.
It was mud flaps, wasn't it? And somebody said mud flaps.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was Pete.
Yeah.
And he said that's when a woman's had anal sex.
Oh, shit.
No, that.
Moving on. Yeah, so Sandra said, I don't know why I love him, I just love him. He's beautiful and my soulmate. He's the first thing I see in the mornings and the last thing when I go to bed. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I was just this vision of
we
I'm gonna dress up as that jet and lie next to her. Have a jet suit on top of it, just like oh, for it to go through.
We cuddle and kiss throughout the night and have sex. I get to do everything with him.
I think he's not very communicative though, is he? He's not very talkative.
She's got mud flaps then. Does everything.
Does everything with him.
So she's loved planes ever since she was 3 years old. Throughout her teenage years, she's planned to pursue a career working with them as an adult. I doubt it. No one's going to fucking hire her now. They'll be thinking she's going to own a plane.
She flirts with the planes at work. Read on.
So she did manage to land a job in the industry in 2021. Now Sandra works 5 days a week at an airport, but despite being surrounded by other aircraft all day, she says she wouldn't dream of cheating on Lufthansa.
Oh, I like it, Lufthansa.
I don't know, there's an image up there where she was fondling a big plane, like an actual real plane. She was fondling its nose.
She was stroking its nose.
See, if my wife was stroking another man's nose, I'd class that as cheating.
Well,
Oh dear.
especially when his nose is that big.
Yeah, so she claims she has something special and she's not prepared to ruin it by cheating on her with another plane. My big love is LXUCV at the airport, but the work is work. I just do everything at home. So in other words, she does like a plane at work.
She blows it a kiss and touches it.
That's the way she does though.
That's sexual harassment for the plane, isn't it?
I'm so baffled by this. You hear about people falling in love with cars and things like that.
I was just like imagine where some dude jacked off over a car, some other dude's car, and the other guy was really annoyed about it.
What the fuck are you watching?
It was a documentary, it was on Channel 4.
But they are normally like really unfortunate,
Sad
looking-
individuals.
Yeah. Whereas she doesn't appear that way.
Who's a quick
She
look at,
works for one, but also she's quite
cute.
good looking woman.
So buying a plane costume. Just leaning
But she
against-
clearly has issues, because if somebody's having an intimate relationship that's saying something without a soul is her soulmate, then there's clearly some
machines do have soul.
I guess whatever floats your boat, isn't it?
or flies your plane. Yeah, each their own.
I don't think the model of a plane has any soul. I think machines can have a soul to a point.
They?
I think they build up one up with like. Yeah, I think they build one up in a way. It's like you said.
You telling me that
No,
vibrators have soul?
no, I'm not telling you that. I'm like, some really like proper, legit.
I'm hoping I come back as one of them.
Some proper like really sort of impressive vehicles and aircraft and stuff like that. It's almost like they do have a soul. They have a personality in a way.
Well, yeah, they have a person.
That's what you put onto them for your own personal emotions. They're building up.
I mean, they're building up complex personalities. I mean, say something is like the Spitfire would say that plane has a soul in a
That's
way.
what you put onto it. It's just a hunk of metal.
Jesus, Mike, I'm trying to be fucking spiritual for a moment.
You know, you're saying machines have souls. The fuck you about? You're a counsellor. You can't go around saying these things on a soul.
I'm not saying they have souls. We're just saying that it's almost like
they build up over time.
They build up over time. That's fine. Yeah, great. All right. There I am trying to say something slightly spiritual.
Has that can of Carling got soul?
It's got barley and hops. It's good enough for me, mate.
I sort of got what you mean. If you were like running a tank or a ship or something, like certain bits, you need to hit that bit.
Yeah,
and
they have
it
their
gets
own
it going,
personality.
or,
Yeah.
you know, it always breaks
How
like
many
this.
cars have you had
That's
that
you
have had
putting
their own
your
personality?
human.
Yeah, they build up personality is a better way of saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I know what you mean.
I was getting what he was saying. I wasn't agreeing with what he was saying.
I use three different forklifts at work. Each one has got its own quirks.
Yes, exactly.
Each one's got its own quirks. They're all essentially the same machine, but each one has its own little quirks. So it has its own little personality. So
Yes.
on that side of things, I
You're
You're
understand
projecting
where
that
you're coming from.
personality. You're
They'll
projecting
treat
it.
you really good, Pete.
Well, no, because one you touch really gently and it does exactly what you want. The other one you have to be a little bit rough with. And
If I turn and lift at the same time, my gas truck, it judders. Doesn't like it.
if you do it with the
Doesn't mean
petrol,
it's
So do it with the other one. Do it with the other one. It's
do
fine.
it with the electric.
She's got some
That's it, fine. Well, that's Kylie's personality. Yeah, that's Kylie's personality.
No,
Yes, I named the
It's
truck.
called the defects.
This is Kylie.
I've named my truck. She's Bessie.
Oh,
Bessie.
why
Kylie.
Bessie?
Don't know why Bessie.
Oh.
It's Bessie.
Oh, mine's just she's got this gas truck. She's on a little purr, but she's got a fat arse. That's not sound. I sound Kylie's a good singer, but she's got a big backside.
Could you not have gone probably more with what?
Kylie. Yeah,
Cardi.
Kylie.
Kylie, she ain't got a big ass.
She's got a nice ass, though.
Sexy ass.
Yeah.
Are you
It's
saying
like-
your forklift truck's got a sexy ass? This is why what he's saying. He's saying like,
He's fucking. He's
Sorry,
this dude.
he's into this kind of shit, isn't he? But with forklift trucks, this poor little forklift truck at work. Go around on that with a blue light and let's have a look, see what stains are on it, shall we?
Well, I do a lot of time. I spend a lot of time on that truck.
Oh, you lift that rice, baby.
Yeah. Rice? Not with rice.
Whatever it is.
Well, you guys pervert that to how you want, but I think some machines do have personalities of their own.
Especially Kylie.
Just Kylie.
And that bombshell.
Oh, shit.
I'm in Ben. Thanks for listening. Don't have a relationship with anything that's not inanimate. That is inanimate. Oh, whatever.
Not inanimate.
Not inanimate. With an object. Don't have a relationship with an object. There you go.
But they've got souls.
Some of them, not all of them.
Oh, there's layers to this. Oh, I could do an whole episode of this, couldn't we?
Yeah. What's got a soul?
Yeah, you can do the rest.
I'll stop laughing. I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out and the force be with you.
Gotta be Claire, get your mannequins out. Stick them in your windows.
And I've been Pete. I'm going to buy Ben an aeroplane costume for his birthday next year.
Well, thanks.
Oh, just a year to wait.
Oh yeah, so he just got it. Damn.
It's always Christmas.
Yay!